video, Chrissy. Not one single person clapped you. They're all a pack of pathetic buggers over here because they obviously didn't see what I saw. Come over here, you three, and I'll show you what I saw. Like I said, I can only watch one horse at a time. So, even though I'm a bit cross I can still only watch one horse at a time. Here's what we might see. So, Chrissy, turn around and show us your best angle. Don't worry, you're looking at the saddle, not you. Here's what you might see. You got black horse, black saddle, black, 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 clever girl. So now that's why I've got red. You tall horse? Good God. Alright, so here, just sticking that across there. It's not straight, it's not level, it's just there. Alright? Now, hands up who can't see it. Yeah, because it depends on how high you are, right? I can see it easy. But if I'm down here, I can't see it at all. Okay? Right? So, for a transition downward to get an 8 or 9, I better see the red thing. I better go, I can't see it, I can't see it, I can't. Woo! Look at the red thing. In other words, the horse's rear end got out of the way. In other words, they engaged. In other words, they sat down. Simple, easy way to know if a horse is engaged. I could also, if I had nothing better to do, come along and push a little piece of tape on his tail, right at the bottom, and say, did that tape get closer to the floor? If I wanted to get dead smart, if you turn side on for me, actually, I might do it on you because it's a bit fancy. You don't really need to know, but it's kind of handy to know. You're dead flippin' fancy, and you got eyes like a hawk. You'll notice that that red thing does that. The angle will change. If you've got eyes like a hawk and you happen to be side on, right? But a lot of our downward transitions are judged from the back so that we can see her red stripe, okay? And I'll tell you what, on the camera, when you see that downward transition, you'll see that horse. I'm sure your horses did it just as nice, but I was looking at one horse, okay? And all I saw was the horse going, meow, walk. That's a transition, not, I'm going to keep this perfectly the same and the rider's got to pull the reins. That is not a transition. That's just pulling the reins. Even I can do that. Let's see it again. Let's go trot on the right rein. Let's go in that way. Many riders don't know right and left, and that's okay.
I think I've got 3.
Clockwise.
Look, have more than that tomorrow.
Clockwise. All right, go rising trot for me. Do it here in front of the camera somewhere. Don't go too far down the other end. We're going to do it another way. Here's another interesting way to get real engagement, real sit down. The first aid that I want you to do is slightly push your legs forward and no more kicking. Next stage, look up, nose up, chin up, chest up. Now come and have a rest again. Hands up who saw any red bits or changes. Oh, I saw it. And that's all that matters because I'm the judge, so that's cool. All right, over here. I was watching your horse this time, okay? And I saw, I don't know whether you felt it or not. You know, it almost doesn't matter to me whether riders feel anything. Now that's good news, isn't it? Because you poor buggers have been trying to go, oh, do I feel it? Well, no, I didn't. Right? Of course half of my riders don't feel it. They're para-equestrians. They're in a wheelchair. Of course they don't feel it. They can replace it with vision. That's what mirrors are for. That's what cameras are for. That's what I'm for, is to replace it with vision. okay? And they say, oh, unless you've got super feel, you'll never make it to the Olympics. Well, I don't know how many medals now we had in para question. 12, I think it is. So, it's a damn sight easier to see than it is to feel. They were lovely. I'm sure yours just as nice. Come here for a little bit. Let me ask you this question. Which sport in the world gets their horses more sat down?
Polo. Polo?
Reining.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Reining. Obviously not racing, they're on the forehand. Right, obviously not jumping, they only sit a little bit and then bascule over the fence. Right, so why don't we copy their work? What's wrong with us? Right? We're looking down, chest down, arms here, thumbs all over, all this kind of stuff, and pulling on the reins. Why don't we just sit like a reiner? That horse will sit, and then they'll stop, and everybody happy, right? Those transitions, they were 8s and 9s, those transitions. You do transitions like this, you'll get 5s and 6s. Oh, I hate 6s.
So do I.
They suck, they suck, they suck. There's nothing worse than a 6.
Yeah.
It's a big friggin' almost. Oh, I'd rather get a 2. At least I know what I did wrong, right? Let's go and have a look before we have our break. We're running a bit late, but I'm sure you're having fun. Let's go and have a look at something different. Go and rising trot again for me. We'll go that way. That way.
Tally ho.
That would be on the right rein. Here's something different. This time, I don't want you to walk. I want you to stay trotting. So your legs are probably on, if need be. Maybe not, maybe yeah, depending on the horse. And we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to stay trotting. Here we go. Eyes up. Stay trotting. Nose up. Stay trotting. Wow, look at the black horse. Chest up. Stay trotting.
Yeah, it's going under.
Hands down.
Wow.
Stay trotting. Toes up. Stay trotting. Belly button out a little bit. And again, eyes up. Stay trotting. Nose up. Stay trotting. Chest up. Stay trotting. Show me your Adam's apple. Wow, I can really see that red stripe. Now that's with the legs on. This time we'll allow them to walk. Put your feet forward like a reiner. Step 1. Just go back to trot for a sec. Go back to trot for a sec. Alright, this time we'll let them walk. Put your feet forward like a reiner. Then eyes up. Then nose up. Then chin.
Whoa.
Give her a clap. Come on. Kicked ass. That's a technical term. It's on the case in the rule book. I'm a bad Australian. That's why you still sent us down there in the first place. Got rid of us. All right, come and have a rest.
Just go in, second.
Head rider years ago.